Okay, Shalom Akim. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, Kwadash. I want to give double honor to my apostles and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and Israelites that have been scattered all around the globe, which we refer to as the Israelite foreigners. All right, there's going to be a news update dealing with the conflict between the U.S. and Iran. What I have is an article from NBCnews.com, and it is entitled, U.S. launches new attacks on Iran in response to downing of helicopter, CENTCOM says. So, as I normally do, I want to read through a little bit of this report and then get a few Bible scriptures. So, let's begin. It says an American helicopter went down over the Strait of Hormuz, and its two pilots were rescued safely by a drone boat, the U.S. military said Tuesday, sparking new American attacks on Iran and retaliation by Tehran against U.S. bases across the Middle East. U.S. Central Command forces began launching self-defense strikes against Iran at 5 p.m. today at Commander-in-Chief's direction in response to yesterday's downing of a U.S. Army Apache helicopter. The mission is a proportional response to unjustified Iranian aggression, CENTCOM wrote on X. Okay, let's see. Do I need to read further? It's pretty much repetitive. Okay, so there you have it. Okay. So this war is heating back up. Okay, they was trying to negotiate and make a peace deal, but that appears to be null and void. Okay. Now let's get this other article that I saw pop up on my news feed. Okay, Reuters.com. Iran announces closure of Strait of Hormuz after U.S. attacks. So Iran is response to the U.S. attacks is to close the Strait of Hormuz. Now, dealing with the oil market, gas prices, so forth and so on, that shouldn't be. That's not going to be good at all. Okay. For that market. Okay. That's going to lead to turmoil, further turmoil. So it says Iran's top joint military command announced the Strait of Hormuz on Thursday, including oil tankers and commercial ships. I'm gonna read that again. I missed the point. It says Iran's top joint military command announced the closure of the Strait of Hormuz on Thursday, including oil tankers and commercial ships, saying any vessel that will attempt passage will be shot at. Okay, so as the scriptures say, there is no peace unto the wicked. All right, the wicked is in authority right now. Okay, the wicked being the Caucasian race, biblically known as the Edomites. All right, beginning with their elites, they are the wicked, okay? Because their paper trail, their history, their track record declares that. All right. So no need to further read down. Now let's get these scriptures that I have. So I want to begin with Proverbs chapter 21. I start at verse 1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will." Right, so the Most High is in control. That's what the scripture is telling you, man. Okay? Because the Hebrew word for heart in the Bible is lab, which means your mind. Okay? So the king's mind is in the hand of the Lord. Okay, we like to use examples of when Ahab, during the time of the kings, all right, was persuaded by the prophets, the court prophets, that basically the spirit, the angel of the Lord put a lying spirit in the mouth of his prophets. All right, so the angels work on the mind of men. Okay, just like you had the angel working on the mind of the prince of Persia during the time of Daniel. Just to give a few examples, man. All right, hey, during the time of Nebuchadnezzar, he was smitten with madness. Okay, so the Most High can manipulate the minds of men. All right, hey, the scriptures also say, the deceived and the deceiver are his. Okay, so this is all declared from the end of this world is declared from the beginning. It's all through the will of the Lord, man. And when we say the end of the world, we don't mean the planet Earth is gonna come to an end. We mean that the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So, the way the world is, the current era we in today, of how the world is set up, the system, all right, and all the empires that came before it, is all gonna be a thing of the past. And that's what I mean when we say the end of the world. Okay, but back to the point. All right, Donald Trump, which is the king, his heart, his mind is in the hand of the Lord. So if the Most High wants Donald Trump to issue out an attack on Iran, that's exactly what Donald Trump is going to do. All right, it's not going to be according to the powers that be mind, because they're just vessels in this movie. They're just pawns in this movie. Okay, we all are, but we hope to be on the right hand side of the Most High's will. Okay, so that's it on that. I got one more scripture, and I wanted to bring 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'm going to read verse 1 and all the way up to I started at verse 6. I ended at verse 6, excuse me. 1 Thessalonians 5, verse 1 through 6. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of the darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. Okay, and I bring this out because right now, what is everybody focused on? Okay, we out here in New York City, right? Everybody's watching the Knicks game. All right, as we speak, the Knicks is playing right now. And all of this stuff is happening in the world, and majority of the Lord's people, they don't know what the hell is going on. Neither do they care. Okay, and that's why the Lord said that the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. All right, because these people don't care. They're not paying attention. They're not watching the prophecies. All right. Only people that's doing that is the whistleblowers and alternative news and the prophets. Okay, and the elites. They know that they have a short time, man. In Revelation 12:12. But yeah, only the elect of the nation of Israel is really gonna be on point when it comes to watching as well as praying and looking for the signs of shit hitting the fan. Okay, these people they get caught up into the bread and circus. Okay, these celebrities, and that's gonna be their downfall, man. Okay, so continue to follow this story. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. With that, I'm gonna say, Shalom.